What's going on, everybody? Burt Byler here, and man, do I have a story for you. Anytime any independent musician comes out and talks trash about the bullshit that goes on within the music industry, this guy's going to be here for it. I'm going to be right here. And as a lot of y'all know, Benjamin Todd has been very vocal in the past about his love for being an independent artist. Pretty much everything they do is geared towards staying independent. And he had a Facebook post out today that I thought we all should check out together because I love everything about what he's about to say. So let's check it out. He's got this Stick It to the Man. By the way, shout out to my boy. Think I'll just stay here and mean for sharing this. That's where I saw it first. He's got a Stick It to the Man photo along with what he's about to say, and I want to hear what y'all think about this. He says, if you are a contemporary in the current Americana music boom, so as a lot of y'all know, Americana music has blown up in the past 5 to 10 years, maybe, probably less than that, the last 5 years. And so it is incredible how much or how many people out there listen to Americana music. I talk to people all the time that have never heard music in this genre, and they're just pouring in. And it's like he said, it literally is a music boom. And he said, and if you work with corrupt companies, you are complicit in the exploitation. Let's go, BT. Let's go. If you turn a blind eye to one of those scum of the earth agencies working for you to hurt smaller artists, openers, companies, or independent venues, you are absolutely to blame. Now, I would love to know exactly which companies he's talking about, but he calls it scum of the earth agencies working for you to hurt smaller artists and openers and companies or independent venues. So some of the people it might be. It could be booking agents. I know they tour a lot, and what can happen sometimes with booking agencies is booking agents only book the people within their agency. And so it makes it really hard for people outside of that agency or outside their buddy's agency. It kind of turns into the good old boys club. It's like, if you're not on my team, then who are you, kind of thing. There's artist managements, there's PR agencies, there's record labels, obviously, are like the number one screw over small independent artist agencies in the world. And I'm sure there's a lot more. I would love to hear exactly who he's talking about, though. There are a mountain of things going wrong with this folk music gold rush, but this one boils my blood like no other. I want to have an interview. I would love to talk to him to see exactly what's going on. Because, I'm not out there in the trenches like he is. I'd love to know what's going on. If you want to get screwed by these people, so be it. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes, but smaller artists and venues getting pissed on in the process because you're too busy taking selfies to manage basic aspects of your career is unacceptable. Now, this is definitely a dig towards artists that aren't willing to put in the work to manage their own careers. We know so many musicians out there that say, all I want to do is play music. I don't want to think about anything else. I don't want to do anything else. Or like the influencer folks that he's talking about right here that are better at taking selfies than they are about managing their own business. And so it's interesting to see him call out those folks. I totally agree with him. I think that as musicians today, we have to learn how to do it ourselves. Now, maybe you get to a point where you need to hire people, but we can do it, y'all. No need to just be hiring all these people to blood suck all the money from you. I love this next part. Be involved and make sure the little guys aren't kicked around by your ass wipe reps. My real advice is to stop letting scumbags work for you and actually build with integrity. Yeah, so I totally believe that we can build businesses and hire people. I'm not the guy who only wants to work by myself and without anybody else, but you got to put good people around you. Aiden, thank you so much. Man, you're too sweet. Says Bert's voice is smooth like butter, sweet like brown sugar, but bites like my favorite bourbon. I'm going to put that in my Twitter bio. That's the best thing anybody's ever said about me. Thanks, man. Literally could listen to him talk about anything. Man, damn. Let's get back to it. Got to build with integrity. Stop cheating with crooks and liars while still pretending to be a populist. Now, we know a lot of folks on the internet these days claim to be a lot of things politically. They claim to believe in a lot of things, but at the end of the day, how you treat people is the most important thing. You ain't fooling me, and if you screw one of my people, you'll deal with me. I would love to be a fly on the wall when Benjamin Dadgum Todd went and confronted somebody who was screwing over one of his friends. I would pay money to watch that on TV. While I'm already on a tangent, now he's warming up to something that's really near and dear to my heart. While I'm already on a tangent, let me also say that you bigger venues trying to take merchandise cuts from artists are all scummy as sin. So as most of y'all might know, some of you may not, that certain venues will take a percentage of merch sales from artists. Now, this happens in small venues. It happens in big venues. It happens all over the place. But it is wild that a venue feels like they deserve a cut of an artist's merchandise. Now, I understand we could talk about cut of the door and right percentages on how much the artist should earn, how much the venue should earn, because the venue's actually doing work. They're actually doing something for that. With an artist merchandise, they're literally just stealing from artists. They're literally taking, not doing any work at all, and then just sticking their hand in the cookie jar and taking money from it. And it's ridiculous. I don't think you'll find one person that believes that is an ethical thing to be happening. Yeah, I wish we could know exactly what he's talking about, Tyler. Let's get back to it. It says, we travel with this merch for thousands of miles, unlike your bar products. Preach! We paid for the design, manufacturing, and shipping of the item and carry all of the risk involved with investment. Now, a lot of folks out there, if you're not in the music business, you don't know that there's just merchandise doesn't have huge profit margins, especially because I'm such a small musician. Like, I only get, even if I sell out all of my merch for something that I make, I only get about 50 to 60% in profit because merch is expensive. We get no bar sale cuts whatsoever, and there's not a single solitary fucking position that has ever been laid out in the history of this industry that has correctly argued why venues and promoters deserve the merch cut. Preach! What's up, Tomcat? Y'all are just absolutely fucking tyrants. My man is just, on a Monday, my man is just slinging that fire. He said, we paid over $1,000 the other night to the merch cut they demanded, which has become commonplace out of sheer corruption in this industry. Man, if somebody touches $1,000 of my money, somebody grabs $1,000 of my money for not doing nothing, woo, I guarantee you Benjamin Todd's about to just go to town on these folks. Because the cool thing about being an independent artist with a huge fan base like he has is he doesn't need these folks. He can literally do his own thing and just mark these folks off his list and never have to go back to these things. Man, Jason, if you come up with a an idea of a podcast that I could do, I would love to do it. I actually want to start making more content about songwriting and about the industry. So hopefully maybe some people actually watch this stuff. Let me know in the comments if you actually like it. He says, that is massive when you consider we only have a finite amount of room to carry items. Merch takes up a lot of space. When we sell out, we simply don't have that revenue stream, so any products being sold essentially for someone else is basically forced labor. The venue essentially forces me to pay someone to sell my own merchandise for their own profit while they do nothing. I'm not signing another fucking contract with a merch cut, and that may mean a permanent ban from some regions. Man, but the thing is, he has the power. Tom, this is on Facebook. He made a Facebook post. Yeah, hit me up, man. Send me an email, burt@burtbyler.com. I'd love to do an interview. I don't think I've ever been interviewed now that I'm a YouTuber and not a musician. So that'd be fun, man. Let me know. So he's saying that he might get banned from certain regions because he does this. I just highly doubt that because he brings in so many people and he's a guaranteed amount of money for the venues. And that's, like I said earlier, if you have the power, you can make these demands, and I totally think he has it. Now he's just putting the cherry on top. I'm about done with all this goddamn madness. I blame many of my contemporaries for being complicit in this corruption. Stop feeding the beast. Fuck you if your agency is a part of this machine. You were responsible, and I'm keeping a list of all you motherfuckers. So not only is he calling out the venues, not only is he calling out the agencies, not only is he just calling out corruption in general in the music industry, he's calling out his fellow folks, calling out the songwriters, calling out the artists. And I mean, I don't know exactly what's happened to him. It sounds like it's been something that's just wrong, and he's a speaker of truth. And I'm just glad somebody's talking about it, because so many times these artists get into these powerful positions, and then the things that they try to fight for, the things that they try to change, in my opinion, nobody gives that big of a rip about. But when somebody's stealing money from songwriters at venues like this, keeping $1,000 a night, could you imagine? I mean, so if they're playing 15 to 20 shows a month, that's $15,000 or $20,000 in a month. It's an incredible amount of money. And I just want everybody to know that songwriters, especially independent ones, are always getting trampled on. So please do what you can. Buy their merch, buy their vinyls, pay for anything where you can pay directly to their pockets and not to a third party. Y'all let me know what you think about videos like this. I want to kind of do some news style videos. And we're back live with Americana Addicts on Tuesday. So I hope to see y'all there. Got Charles Wesley Godwin being interviewed. I believe it's the 23rd. But I hope y'all have a great day. Let me know what you think. And God bless Benjamin Todd. And I'll see you somewhere on down the river.